Join us as we make our way from Kansas to Utah in February of 2018. After heading west along I-70, we turned south to avoid winter storms in the Colorado Rockies and the Wasatch Mountains of Utah. We made it into Cortez, Colorado to rest and stock up for the next few days and waited for roads to be cleared of snow. The Four Corners area has many amazing sights and varied landscapes, so we decided this was an excellent excuse to do some exploring. The next morning we went from Cortez about 2 hours to Goosenecks State Park, just outside of Mexican Hat, Utah, and on the edge of Valley of the Gods, and not too far from the magical Monument Valley. Goosenecks State Park has several dry campsites, all with fabulous views. Much to Gail's displeasure, I chose one on the rim of the canyon. We could see 100 miles and we had a great view over the edge of a 1,000-foot drop down to the San Rafael River. The winds blew all night as the storms passed through, rocking the trailer and giving the feeling that we could be swept over the edge at any moment. After we set up camp, we headed out for a drive through the area's towering plateaus. First up was the treacherous Moki Dugway. If you happen to find yourself driving in Utah on Route 261 in southeastern Utah between Mexican Hat and Natural Bridges National Monument, there's a caution sign that you don't want to miss. If you do, you'll soon find out the hard way. It reads, 10% grades, 5 miles per hour, switchbacks, narrow gravel road, next 3 miles. This unpaved section of UT 261 is known as the Moki, or the Moki Dugway, which is a staggering, graded dirt road with multiple switchbacks carved into the face of the cliffs of Cedar Mesa and steep winding drop-offs with many low overhangs. It drops a mere 1,200 feet down Cedar Mesa to the valley floor near Valley of the Gods. The Moki Dugway was constructed in the 1950s to provide a way of hauling uranium ore from the Happy Jack mine on Cedar Mesa to the mill at Halchita near Mexican Hat. The state of Utah recommends that only vehicles less than 28 feet and 10,000 pounds attempt to negotiate the Moki. RVs are not recommended, and all vehicles should use extreme caution in wet weather. When we arrived, it was snowing, so of course, we drove up the Moki just so we could drive back down. If you're afraid of heights, this is a great place to just get over it. Be brave because the view is absolutely stunning. After braving the Moki, the snowing stopped and the sun came out, so we turned our attention to Valley of the Gods. This area is a massive expanse of red sandstone pillars, plateaus, and intriguing rock formations. The BLM controls this land and it's open for dispersed camping up to 14 days. The road is dirt and rock, but it's good enough you could drive your family sedan over it. When we came through, it was slow go due to the washboard bumps. There are several dry washes that you have to cross with steep approach angles, so I would not recommend taking a large RV or a large fifth wheel off the paved road without doing a recon first to see if you will make it. There are plenty of pullouts along the road where you could camp, if you have a smaller rig or one with good ground clearance. It's a short drive to Mexican Hat, Utah, and the rock formation for which it's named. From there is another 20 miles and you're in Monument Valley. The next day we decided to make our way closer to Salt Lake City as the storms were ending, so we headed out for Capitol Reef National Park. Unfortunately, the road to Capitol Reef National Park was closed, so on to Moab, Utah we went. One of our favorite RV parks is in Moab, the Trails West RV Resort and Campground. We arrived early, so we took an afternoon drive into Arches National Park and Dead Horse Point. We managed to get in a few short hikes before heading back into town and enjoying an authentic Mexican dinner at Lost My Lunch Mexican Restaurant. It's a small dive with a great cook. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button for more on RV travel, maintenance, and modifications.